How dare you!
Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant. Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Anyway, good morning. Sorry we're a little late this morning, but goodness gosh almighty, we had some stuff come up. But anyway, we're here as usual on your Monday mornings here on No Warning, because that's what most of you got when we got the notice for this show. And I see no one's watching right now. And a couple of people like gave up and said we're disgusted with this. Screw this noise. Anyway, hope you are having a fantastic Monday. It is going well on our end. And we got all kinds of exciting stuff going on. This coming weekend, we'll be in Dalton, Georgia at HalloCon. Check out hallocon.com for more information because you'll want to be there too. It's a great relaxicon. Joe Dog and the rest of the gang do a fantastic job of making us feel welcome and well fed. So please come on down. We'll have some new books for you. We think you'll enjoy it. And speaking, and it's funny, it says I've got nobody watching, and yet I'm getting more comments. Anyway, we'll get to you. Anyway, I should say hello to you guys, let you know I appreciate you. And I appreciate you, Dawn Doulis. Mwah. Good morning, darling. Hope you're doing well. And Dawn is amazing, as is Damian Walbrun of Omniversal Inc. You're lurking. I can tell you're lurking. You're doing it well. Anyway, glad to have you here. And you too, Kelly Austin. Morning to you, darling. Mwah. Kelly, I am going to go over my word count, letting you know. I'll try to trim it before I get it to you. But anyway, Dawn is saying hello to, Damian. Anyway, folks, we want to say hello to some people to keep us going. First of all, our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where, for an affordable stipend, you can directly support the Rising Tide mission. It's publications and helping and mentoring and all kinds of good stuff. Anyway, many of these people have their own active Patreons, and you should check them out. But before you do, check mine out. We've got a twice weekly blog we'll be working on the next couple weeks today, and it's called Every Blog Deserves a Name. And we start out with a fun quote, and then we go into the rant. So anyway, please check it out, and that's at patreon.com. You'll see a few of them are public, but most of them are not, because we want to give the love to our Patreon supporters for all the love they give us. So check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And also, we want to thank Jeffrey Hayes for being amazing and being so darn talented, because because Thanksgiving week, we're going to release our brand new book, The Terrors, and Jeffrey did the cover for that. And we anticipate working with Jeffrey a long, long time. Him and Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. If you want a great wraparound cover and some graphics to help sell your book online, then you need to talk to Jeffrey Hayes, because he's got very affordable indie creator pricing that you will adore. He's great to work with. He is crazy talented, this award-winning illustrator, and you'll be glad you brought him onto your project. He makes the whole experience worthwhile because he's so great. And that's Jeffrey Hayes. Please check out his work at the Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook, and then go on to plasmafiregraphics.com and feast your squinties on all of his wonderful work and talk to him about his rates, okay? Anyway, it's Plasma Fire Graphics, and the look of your book matters to you because it definitely matters to your readers, whether you know it or not. And anyway, we're starting to get some comments here, and I'm starting to register people who's being here. This is good. And I lurk, I sneak. It's a whole thing. Ooh. An independent creator directory. We know you, Joe Bachman. Mwah, glad to have you here. Just popping in for a moment. Have to head to the other field office to do some paperwork. I hope everyone had a great weekend and had some great things to accomplish this week. I am looking at doing that myself. You too, Joe. Check out the independent creator directory. If you want to list what you do and find other people who do the same thing or do something that you need that you don't do, become a part of the independent creator directly. Why do I call it directly? It's a directory. Okay, hold on. I just poured it on my leg. Anyway. It's the Independent Creator Directory, and you'll want to get your name on it because you'll be able to network with other great people in your field and out of it, and only $20 for a lifetime subscription to this. And so please check out Joe Bachman, check out this Independent Creator Directory, and Dawn probably has the address for that, and I hope she will share it with us. Anyway, check it out. It's definitely worth your time and your investment. And Joey B. Good had fun on the show last night. Good to hear that. And how goes this slow, cold morning, sir? I'm freezing, anxiously awaiting the first cup of hot Java. I'm on my second now. But we've got a lot accomplished. We got more to do today, and not doing too badly. Hoping it warms up enough that I can go outside and work in the van, because I've got some stuff I got to get done before I leave for Dalton, Georgia. So anyway, I hope your day warms up, and I hope you warm up, girl. Anyway, Joe Bachman, I know you, and yes, the show was great last night. Thank you for your help. And hello, Carl Witzman. How are you today, sir? Carl is one of the guests of honors, along with Donna Carleen at HalloCon. So please come visit this man. Buy a lot of his books and buy a lot of Donna's too while you're at it. Okay. And Joe Bachman says, check out my stream last night for The Burning is Love on that YouTube channel there. I heard you when you had love, and it starts to burn. I hear you can get shots for it now. But anyway, I will check that out later, Joe. Thank you for sharing that, my friend. Also, some of my ornaments are up on theburningislove.com. The ones that were burned last week will be on there later this week. Cool. Excellent. And Dawn says, hey, Kelly, over there in Facebook land, over there. And Dawn is saying hello to Carl because he said hello over there. Link not handy. The link's not handy. And Carl Wisdom says only 2 copies left of the Madcaster Cheerleader, and one of them is spoken for. Carl, you should have ordered more copies. I think that would go at HalloCon. Hey, Brian. Hey, Dawn, and everyone else. Good to see you here, Carl. I hope you're having a great Monday. And there we go. Thank you, Dawn. That's indiecd.org. $20 lifetime subscription. Great way to network. Check it out, please. And there she is, the darling Amy Hale. Mwah! Go to author amyhale.com. Also, author Amy Hale author amyhale.com. And I hope I got that right. Also, author Amy Hale on Facebook and Hale's Angels. We need some more live casting out of you, Amy. Anyway, check out her book. She is an amazing author. She is really fantastic. And it's good to see you, hon. Glad you're here. And Kelly said, yeah, Kelly's referencing a DM I sent her yesterday. I like wearing Emperor's clothing, Kent Allard. Yes, it's me, Kelly Austin. I know. Please hold back your imaginary applause. I'm imagining a huge ovation for you, darling. And Kelly and I are working on a project together here. I hope to get done in the next couple weeks. Like I said, I think I'm going to have to trim a couple of thousand words, but it's turning out pretty well. I may ask her back and do a director's cut one day. Anyway, Amy's from Don Dulles, and you can sign up for the Independent Creator directly. What am I doing? Joe, stop me from broadcasting. I'm an idiot this morning. Anyway, I can't pronounce my wordage. Anyway, yes, you can sign up for the Independent Creator Directory by going to indiecd.org and then all that and D. Doulis is after that. And good morning to all the folks, as Joe Bachman, that have popped in, but I got to run see you folks later. You have a good day, Joe. Be safe out there, okay? And thank you, Joey. That link eluded me this morning, says Don Doulis. And Amy Hale says, author Amy Hale, yes, everywhere. Thank you. That's why I'm Brian K. Morris everywhere. You know, I'm not like, love stud _ 69 or whatever here, and then Penelope Pitstop.org or whatever. I keep Brian K. Morris, one, because it is my name. It's not a pseudonym, it's my real name, and also it's the only way I'll remember the damn thing. So yeah, that's very, very economical on the memory there, Amy. Thank you. And there he is, Nicholas Tockard. Good morning, Brian and company. Good morning to you, Nicholas Tockard. Go to that channel on YouTube. And at 10 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, watch Nevermind the Furthermore, the vastly improved version, and you will see the amazing Nicholas Tockard in action. Not in action, but in action. Doing the kind of thing this show does, but well, and he can pronounce directory, I'm sure. And good morning, Nick. Oh, when I think of using the mute button. Anyway, yes, everyone say hello. And hello to everyone I missed. And Carl Westman, I was going to spend hundreds of dollars to set my own webpage, but why? For $20, I can be on the Indie CD website. Good point, Carl. Save you all kinds of money. And Donna said that she would be here, but she's only got 2 monitors, first world problems. Oh, poor woman. She doesn't have like one of those things like out of War Games, right? Oh my gosh. How anyone can suffer. Yeah, real world, first world problems here. Oh, poor woman. Let's have a telethon for her. But anyway, and Nick Tockard says, because of my PC being talented, because of my PC being talented, I was just able to Nevermind the Furthermore's link up. Okay, cool. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And there it goes. There's that address there. Check it out. Check out his YouTube channel. And check out the one, the only, the delicious Eric S. Hawkins. Good morning to you, my friend. This is... check out this man. Check out Stone Door Studios on Facebook, and also on Thursday nights, Comic Book Spectrum with Eric Hawkins, Joe D. McPhee, and Clyde Hall, the gold standard of comic book reviewing. And they all are terrific, and it's a great show about geek conversation, and they talk about TV shows I don't watch. So it's a fantastic show, but please check that out, and please subscribe to that channel. And hide new kids and buy kids that have jetted. That's pretty comprehensive there. That's about everybody, I would think. And we're inexplicably caught up with your comments, and it's not just because I've been talking quickly like I always do. I hope you're having a good Monday. Let's see what's on our schedule for today. Yes, in this week we have to, since we're heading out of town this weekend, I want to get my newsletter started, and I want to get a couple of blog entries ahead for my Patreon page. And we're going to just get ahead of the work today and tomorrow. Plus, I'm working on a short story for Kelly Austin. I've got another short story in the hopper for someone else, and I'm possibly going to get a contract to do a graphic novel for somebody. We'll see how that develops. And let's see, here we go. Oh, here's the good word, accountability. Still slogging away on the spy novel, maybe during NaNoWriMo. For those of you who don't know, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. The thing is, and the rules are fluid here. The idea is that November 1st, you can do your prep. This is kind of Preptober right now. You do your prep for your book. The goal is starting November 1st, you start typing, do the word puke, okay? And get that first draft done. The goal is 50,000 words by the end of the month, November 30th. And during that time, if you were to type 7 days a week, I think it works out to something like 1675 words a day. Easily done. And the idea is at the end of the month, you will have a workable, editable manuscript that you can then develop and put into publication, whether you do it or someone else does. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of your local areas will have hubs where people can get together and network and write together, which is really therapeutic. We're going to be doing a word sprint show, Michaela Jade and I, soon, where you will join us and we will do word sprints. Basically, we'll set a timer. It's also called the Pomodoro method. we set a timer, and for 10, 15 minutes, we do nothing but write. We don't check our email. We don't go out and get something to eat. We don't take a leak. We make sure that we are writing for that solid 15 minutes, and it's amazing what you can get done. We are making, Michaela and I are have our own projects, and we get together like 3 or 4 or more times a week, and we're slogging through them pretty fast. So yeah, definitely check out NaNoWriMo. I think it's nanowrimo.org. We'll give you more information. And if you subscribe, if you sign up for that page, there are benchmarks that once you read them, you'll get badges and stuff. And if you succeed, you will get many wondrous prizes. You really will. I'm not joking. I'm not being sarcastic. You will get prizes, things you can use as an author. Okay, so check it out. And Nick Tucker says, so Brian, what new project blooms on the horizon to stimulate our synapses? Well, like I said, I'm working on a story for Kelly Austin, and it's a ghost story. It becomes a ghost story, shall we say. And it's one I'm having a lot of fun writing, and I may have created a new character I've fallen in love with. And then after that is a project for Stormgate Press, and like I said, a potential graphic novel that I'll be working on. I'm waiting on a contract for it. So, and then after that, I've got. I'm not sure what I'll do after that. I'm not sure what my first thing will be after the first year. We are going to gear up production again on Volcana 2 so that we can send that out to our Patreon subscribers. And we've got, it'll be a matter of what seizes my imagination at the moment. I've got an idea blossoming for another weird Western is what I'm looking at. And I happen to have come up with the title, which suggests the rest of the novel, which is sometimes how it happens. You get a great title, and then you want to get a story that fits it. Well, I came up with a title, and I did a Google search, and it came up with 0 results. So I actually have a title that no one else has used. So I've got to do research on that, but the research itself will be fun. But that's creatively. That's about it. Also, next year next year is going to be not so much new projects, so much as clearing my plate of the ones I have already. And one of my blog entries this month will probably be my accountability again, which I haven't done for about 4 months on the Every Blog Deserves a Name, because I was working on this one project and I wound up finishing 2 in the process. So, tune into our, become my Patreon supporter and find out what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's a good question. Thank you, Nick, for that. And let's hear what you're up to, too. Carl Wisman says, I'm pretty much all packed for HaloCon and some stuff already in the van. I hope Don and Dawn don't have much luggage. Yeah, we're going to be taking the car and not Calgon because we are staying at the hotel. Plus, there are some places we want to visit where that van just simply ain't going to fit. It's a huge thing. And so we are leaving Calgon at home to relax for the weekend. But we're going to get all our stuff into the car, which is why I've got to go out to the van today or tomorrow and make this stuff happen. But also, we'll be showing off our brand new banner. We have a brand new banner courtesy of John Hale. That is a thing of beauty. And if you were at SilCon last July, I think it was, or September. If you were at SilCon, you saw it. That was the premiere of our brand new, banner. And we are so very proud of it. It's a thing of beauty. So please come to HaloCon and pay it homage. And I don't do the formal NaNoWriMo, but I like to use that cold month to get caught up. Yeah, that's a good reason to do it. I just like the self-competitive nature of it. I've done it 3 times. I've won it once. Okay, I'll put it that way. And one was a version of Volcana 2. It was the first time I tried it, and it just, I didn't do my Preptober very well. So I kept hanging up on it. So I finally gave up on that. But the next year I did one, and it's still in the works, called Aquatic. The only thing is, I think I need to trim like the first 8 chapters, believe it or not, because it takes us that long to get into the meat of the action. And we'll see how we do with that. We will. That's one of our projects next year too, along with the audio book of Sandestein, and hopefully start working on the audio book of the Terrors. So, and who knows where that'll go. Excuse me. Eric Hawkins says I will be in Indiana for the first time this weekend at Fantasticon in Fort Wayne with TL Shively. Hoping to get to meet each other. Please make an effort, Eric, to meet her. She is a darling, and I told her you're wonderful too. Well, of course, your big fan is there, so you do know them already, I believe. Yeah, you've been to. Yeah, I think I think you and they have been to Heroes for Kids at the same time. I don't remember, but anyway, yeah. I'm sorry I'll miss that because you're only now about an hour and a half, about just a little under 2 hours away from me. And if I weren't committed to HalloCon, I would be at Fantasticon. Anyway, Eric, good luck this weekend. Seriously, let me know how you did, okay? Because maybe next year the fates will allow me to be there. So anyway, yeah, please check out Eric Hawkins. Check out Stone Door Studios at the Book of Faces. You'll be glad you did. And so will he. Anyway, Carl Wisman says, yeah, it's good when the local library, not that guy, though, will do panels and you can talk to others. Yeah. It is. That's why I like doing the shows for that reason. I like doing panels, especially when I get somebody to watch my booth like Cookie will be. But yeah, not that guy. My understanding, I did a little detective work, and I don't think he's there anymore. Which is where I got this cup. Here's the short version. Carl and I have been involved in a program to develop new writers in Vermilion County, Illinois. Carl and Donna ran it for many years. I ran it for one. And then they got somebody who, how can I say this without libeling him? Oh, what the hell. Anyway, he envisioned himself a publisher and editor. And from everything I've heard from people who've worked with him, he's not that good at either. Plus, he proceeded to actively insult me whenever I would be at the meetings because he dubbed me a commercial writer. And yet one of his big idols, he fanboyed over a local author who had published a couple of Star Wars novels. And what's a tie-in book but commercial writing, right? Excuse me, almost in its purest form. Well, anyway, he proceeded to get my name wrong in the newsletter and took every chance he could to passively, aggressively insult me. And finally, I had enough. That's 2 hours of my time for these Zoom meetings. And I finally just said, it's not that my ego demands worship, but I don't need the crap. And if he's gone, I will gladly go back and work with that library again. But as long as he's there, I will not have anything to do with that library. And considering how I feel about libraries, that is quite a stand on my part to say I will not support a library. It was a he was definitely running a real show, and I think the library is better off with him gone. He had taken a group that started out with 27 members and driven it down to 2, is my understanding. So, say lovey. So yeah, I love doing panels. I love being able to share what little I know with people that might use it. So anyway, Eric Hawkins says I will be in Indiana. Okay, yeah, we got that one already. He'll still be in Indiana this weekend. And I hear that if you go to Dan's favorite taco place that you wouldn't find much room in the front and you have to park in the back, says Carl Wisman. He's not shared that with me. I do know about Bees, though. BAS. You and Donna would love it. It's a great place. They make like 7 dishes, like say courses in a meal, let's say, like appetizers, dessert, entrees, everything. And they will either, if you get a small table like Cookie and I did, they'll just bring everything to each of you get all of these things, and you just feed yourself. Or if you come with a large group, or come at night and they put you at one of the big round tables, it has a lazy Susan on top, They put all the food on top of it, and then you all get to talking and sharing experiences and stuff, and sharing food. And the food is fantastic. Excuse me. And then we're going to go to there is a winery down there that I promised Michaela Jade I'd bring her a couple of bottles from there. And there's also a place called McKay's that they have about 4 different locations in that vicinity. I know there's another one. There's one in Chattanooga. That's where we'll be going one morning. And I don't remember. Whatever, is it Lexington? I think it is the next. Well, anyone knows it's not Lexington, but the next city north of there also has a McKay's. In fact, I think there's a McKay's and a Ollie's within a mile of each other, and I know where I want to go on the way back. But anyway, it's a fantastic place. It is like books. It's like half price books if you're familiar with that, where you can trade in your old books, videos, music, whatever, and then get new stuff that's been traded in before you. And we bought a couple things last year, and this year we're going to go with a shopping list, which we did not have last year, and we're going to complete some video series while we're down there. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun being there, and then we do the con. It'll be even better and cool. Eric, I agree. That's going to be so cool for him and TL. And November 5th, 4th, and 5th, I'll be at LodgeCon at the Will County Fairgrounds in Peatone, Illinois. I know where that is. The gateway to Kankakee. Running games, doing art, and slinging sales of books and merch. I wish I could be there, but I will be in Des Moines, Iowa at the fairgrounds in West Des Moines, actually. And I'll be there with Jen Thompson and the Indie Author Book Expo slinging my books. So we'll have 2 states covered. All right. You take Illinois, I'll take Iowa. How's that sound? And Carl, and by the way, thank you for the other day. It's working out, okay? Nick, how's that for vague booking? And we're taking Dawn to the Waffle House. She's never been to Waffle House? Oh, dear Lord. There's also one, if she likes it, there's also one on the south side of Indianapolis off of, I think it's, it's 465. I think it's Route 31, I think it is. That it goes by, but it's on the south side. There's a Waffle House on the south side of Indy. There, not that far from you. So, if she winds up loving it, I kind of prefer Huddle House, but yeah, the same thing. Anyway, TL and I rented a house. That's right, TL Shively and Eric rented a house for the weekend for Fantastic Con. It was cheaper than a hotel for all of us. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, probably a lot nicer too. So yeah, good for you guys. There's also a place on Route 24. I know you won't remember this, but if you like, the place looks like a dive. It's a cheesesteak place. Roanoke. I think it's called Roanoke, Indiana. It's on Route 24, heading west out of Fort Wayne. You might hit it on the way in, Eric. But anyway, it's a very little cheesy looking strip mall. The food there is amazing. The food is fantastic. And they make these like hero sandwiches that are like a 6-incher is like the equivalent of like 3 Subways. They pack it with meat. It's delicious. And they have some great desserts there too. So I highly recommend that place. So, but anyway, yeah, that sounds great. I wish I could be with you guys. I really do. And very cool, Eric. I agree. And Carl, I will be keeping your entire story for the anthology. I love it, says Kelly Austin. You and Carl Wisman together in Atomic Stories. The joys of indie publishing. Isn't it nice to put these acts together like that? It'll be an honor for me to be in the same publication as Carl. And yes, Waffle House experience. You're in for a treat, Dawn. Seriously, I love Waffle House. Serious. And I am quite happy, says Nick Tucker. I am quite happy that you're happy too. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. Everyone have an awesome day. You too, Teresa. Mwah. Thank you for calling this morning. I'm glad you had a good time. Anyway, Dawn, never been to a Waffle House. Someone get her to the House of Joy. Waffle House rules. Waffle House and Huddle House are 2 of my favorite restaurants. I've never had a bad meal at either one. Here's a little fact for you too, Dawn. The local emergency services people use Waffle House as a sign of how bad an oncoming storm is. Now, Waffle Houses are usually 24/7 places, but if a storm's coming and they lock the door, that's when they know Basically, the shit's about to hit the fan. The gravy is about to go haywire. I want to be there on those nights when Wonder Woman works, though. There's a video from about 2 or 3 years ago that went viral where somebody came in and was starting trouble at a Waffle House. And one of the perpetrators of this picked up a metal chair and threw it at one of the women by the grill behind the counter. This woman didn't even look up. She just grabbed the thing and tossed it back at her. And even Linda Carter was saying, now you know what, Amazons do when they're not on Themyscira. But anyway, yeah, Waffle House is a unique experience. And like I said, it's comfort food. It's good food. It's the stuff that sticks to your ribs and in my case, piles itself on my butt. But anyway, great place. And thanks, Kelly. Glad to help, says Carl Witzman. Teresa Dunn says, I'm hoping to give you a surprise soon. Not even Brian knows. Uh-oh. 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 If I don't know about it, what chicanery is this woman up to? I can't wait to see it. And hi, Teresa from Don Dulles and Michael Greenberg. Mr. Mike, how you doing this morning? Good to see you, man. I have a concept starting and ending in reality. Most of the plot will be fantasy with a reveal in the end. Good. You're writing something. I like seeing that, Mike. That makes me happy. And Dawn says, nope, Kelly, but we're going to change that this weekend. She's going to get her Waffle House busted. But anyway, Jessica Johnson, good to see you. Mwah. Quick good morning to you too, darling. And check out Heroes for Kids, Perryville, Missouri. They just announced the dates for next July. You're going to be there? I am, so you're going to be there too. That we're done talking about. And a Dawn from Teresa. And hopefully no fights at the Dalton Waffle House. Yeah, that would be nice. There's another fast food place down there that Cookie and I went to. I can't remember the name of it. I will ask her. But it's in town. It's in Dalton proper. It was great. Very limited menu, but the food was fantastic. Reasonably priced too. Plus, there's a nice comic shop in town. I found a buddy of mine that I have worked with actually in comics. He lives in the area. Unfortunately, and Rob Brown, if you're watching, I would love it if you made it to the show, but I know you've had issues. If you could make it to the show, brother, I would love to meet you. I really would if you're watching. And if you're not watching, I'd still love to meet you, Rob. Rob's a great artist. He's worked for like Chaos Comics with the Lady Death and Evil Ernie stuff. And did a lot of work for Marvel back in the day. So yeah, he's a great guy and a super artist. He really is. It's superhuman. And Heroes for Kids, Comic-Con.org. Check that out. Check that out for sure. And Jessica, what's this about you not taking PayPal anymore? That's going to hurt. Anyway, Kelly Austin Waffle House is a great place for food, talk, friendship, and coming up with great writing ideas. I used to write at my local Waffle House years ago. I could see that. If we had one of those here, I would rather write there than, say, a Starbucks. Starbucks is just too commercial for me anymore. There is a couple coffee places here in town that I really like. One is called Sacred Grounds. It's a Christian-based one that's really, really nice. And there used to be one downtown, but it went out of business. And the coffee was great, but the food was good. But I didn't like their ordering system. That basically they wrote your order on a Post-it note, then wadded it up and threw it down the stairway to the cook, who then took them in whatever order. And it's like, you could either get your food right away or you could wait forever. And I wound up in the wait forever category a couple times. And I said, no more. But yeah, I like Sacred Grounds. And there's one on the east side called Copper Moon that I like. There used to be one in West Lafayette. It's changed brands. I got to check the new one out sometime. But yeah, coffee houses are good places to write. They really are. And anyway, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con is officially going to be on July 20th and 21st. I told you Jessica was on it and had a date. And she says also major issues with PayPal last year, not wanting to release funds. Oh, that sucks. Well, okay, I understand that. I may wind up writing you a check then, because it's one of those things where I've had no issue with PayPal. In fact, I did have an issue with PayPal right after I moved here to Lafayette. I hadn't used it really in months. And then I go in and find there's like about $450 in there. And I didn't put it in there. And it was before I had my Patreon, so I called and they said, isn't your email? And the thing is, my password didn't work anymore, so I got hacked. So I called PayPal, and first thing it is, they put a freeze on the account, and then researched it, and then redid it so I could use it once more. And they were incredible to deal with. I had no problem with them whatsoever. They fixed the problem and made sure it wouldn't happen again, and sent back the money to the people who sent it in, because they had a suspicion it was drug money, and I didn't really need it that badly because I've got plenty of aspirin. So anyway, and Dawn's threatening people, tick me off, Carl. It may happen. Oh, look how we know where Wonder Woman went. And it'll be for breakfast, and most of the time everyone is still waking up. Hey, I'm not going to hit the liquor, the liquor barn this year on Route 75, but I do want to check out that liquor store that's at the bottom of the hill by the hotel. I've been hearing so many wonderful things about it. I want to check out their supply. But Carl, if you come down 75 off of Cleveland, because I will avoid 64 like no tomorrow. Last year was terrible near the 64-75 exchange. And unless you read a map, nobody will know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was like major fustercluck there, and I would avoid it at all costs. So, but yeah, we came down to Cincinnati because we wanted to avoid 64. So we came down, and we also didn't have to pay the toll either to use it. We came down. You can go 74 to Cincinnati, then 75 down to Dalton. It's not quite as fast, but it's not too bad. It's got some nice places to stop, like Lexington and Chattanooga and stuff. And it's a decent drive. It's and it takes forever. It's just getting there takes forever for us because we stop so many times. Because I have a bladder the size of a walnut. Anyway, Dawn's getting herself laughed at, and let's see, here we go. And if you go to Waffle House without her, there will definitely be a chair toss. I would understand, and I don't blame her. I would throw a chair too. And we've got the great Joe D. McPhee from the Decibel Small Press Publisher. Check out that show every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And also on Thursday nights, he's the host of, and I'll just let you be the forever host. Stop calling yourself the interim host. You're the host till further notice. How's that? Of Comic Book Spectrum, Thursday nights at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time with Eric S. Hawkins, Clyde Hall, and God knows who else. So, Joe, I now appoint you the fully vested, fully vetted host of Comic Book Spectrum. It is yours to do with as you wish, because I don't know when I'm getting back. Anyway, so it's yours. Congratulations. Jessica Johnson, they were holding the booth payments for more than half of our vendors and did not want to release the funds. Since we use Square for most things, I'm setting up a payment option through them. Okay, I love Square. Next best thing for me. So, Jess, I am relieved. Sorry you're having problems with PayPal, but Square's awesome. Square is fantastic. And we'll be in Evansville on Thursday night, so we're sailing through Nashville, etc. Oh, cool. Let's see, I'm trying to think. There is a Shoney's. If you head south on 41 to the next city south of the of the Indiana-Kentucky border, there is a Shoney's, if you remember those. It's a buffet with Southern comfort food, and it's great. It's a great place. We've been there three times. Can't think of it. There used to be a Greek restaurant in the downtown section that was also pretty good if you're into Greek food. Although they were going more mainstream last time we were there. But yeah, Evansville. I like Evansville. We almost wound up moving there when we left Champaign. Cookie had a job lined up, but there were so many red flags about the job that she finally decided she didn't want it to be too stressful for us. So, but yeah, we love Evansville. There's a great show down there. In fact, we do at the art library down there. That's just a lot of fun. And poor Joe D just passed out. Yeah. How dare he give me that show? How dare he? Someone get Joe D a fez. Well, here we go. Yeah, we'll send you a fez. And Shoney's, yes, but our hotel usually has a good breakfast too. Okay, good. All right, that's all right. So yeah, let's see. That's about what? Yeah, that'd be about a 4-ish hour drive for you too, I guess. That'd be about halfway there for you then, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna leave early one morning as if we were going to take Cookie to work, and then we're just going to try to get through Indianapolis before the bad the bad traffic gets through, and taking 74 on down there. So, but anyway, that works. And from Modesto Small Price Publisher Carl Wisman, I was thinking, how can I be Tom Kennedy to his Alan Ludden on Password, or Bill Cullen to his Jack Benny on Joker's Wild? The show won't be the same. No, hopefully it'll be better. Hopefully it'll be good than when I'm on there. Good Lord. No, you are. You will be the. Oh God, my aphasia is kicking in. You will be the Pat Sajak taking over from who was the original host? Was it God, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on a second here. Hold on. Wheel of Fortune. On Wheel of Fortune. Wikipedia and Wheel of Fortune. There we go. I want to see I can't remember the original. Chuck Woolery. That's it. Yeah, the original host was Chuck Woolery. And the original hostess was Susan Stafford, a really decent actress too. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the original host was Chuck Woolery, who played Batman in an ABC preview show in the early 70s. Just so you know. So anyway, there is that. And let's see. Let me find my tab. There we go. So yeah, I will be Chuck Woolery. You will be Pat Sajak. How's that? How's that for moving up, huh? Or let's see. You'll go from Art Fleming to or Bob Barker. You're Bob Barker to Wayne Brady, or any sort of comparison like that. I now bequeath you the show. We are done. Anyway, vendor forms will start going out soon. Our beneficiaries for 2024 at Heroes for Kids Con in Perryville, Missouri will be the Perry County Senior Center, excellent, and the Kenny Rogers Children's Center. Excellent choices. Thank you. And well, I need to get over there and fill up Nick's chat with Jibber Jabber. Carl, thank you for being here, brother. And we'll see you this weekend. Looking forward to that. Always loved spending time with you and with Don. He wasn't back in 2 and 2 on Wheel of Fortune. That's true. That was a love connection. He would be back in 2 and 2. Right. Yeah. I remember when I was in first grade, we had gone out to my uncle and aunt in Norfolk, Virginia, for a couple weeks during the summer, and they had gotten me hooked on game shows, like the original Jeopardy, the original Password, and what he say, I think was the one with Tom Kennedy, and the Match Game, and all those. And I remember the first day I was in school, and I was digging it up to like 2:30. And one of my favorite game shows is I started crying because I couldn't be home to watch. And teacher's going, "Brian, you get to go home in a few minutes." "Oh, I don't get to see my game show." The struggle is real. Anyway, see you this weekend, Carl. Looking forward to it. You and Donna drive safely, all right? And from this is Small Press Publisher, who probably said I didn't anticipate this happening this morning. I feel like I'm Jim Lang taking over for Tom Kennedy on Name That Tune. It's not the same. There we go. No. You're Ron Ely. You're Ron Ely taking over for Jim Lang. That's what it is. Ron Ely was great on that show. And here's a little known fact about the revival of Name That Tune from the 70s. The producer of that show, one of the producers, was actually in a group called the Four Freshmen in the 50s and 60s. And one of his fellow band teammates, they had a hit 26 Miles, 26 Miles Across the Sea, and several others. And the other member of the group who sang most of the leads and wrote a few of the songs was Glenn Larson. And if you ever watched The $6 Million Man or The Fall Guy, you know who Glenn Larson is. He was the producer writer of those shows. So anyway, you're following a great tradition there, my friend Jody McPhee. And Dawn Doolittle says, go ahead and never mind furthermore for a second. Then I have to get ready for a doctor's appointment a little later this morning. Hope you get nothing but good news from the doctor there, Dawn. Keep us posted. Love you, hon. And you're a fan of You Don't Say. I loved that show. That was one of my first real loves. And there we go. There's Grant Lankard. Good to see you, Grant. Good morning to you and Angie. I checked earlier to see if you were doing this, and I didn't see it on YouTube. I started a few minutes late. That may have thrown you. I do apologize for that. And Kelly Austin says, well, kids, I got to head over to Nick's show now, get another pot of coffee down my gullet, and spend the day creating. Be good friends and all those who wear the great fez. And thank you, darling. I'll keep you posted on my story. I got to do other things today, but I'm almost done with the first story. Boy, am I going to have to edit. Anyway, love you, hon. And I might take a nap. I was at work till 3 a.m. last night. Holy crap. That's yak. I can get up at that time. I don't think I can stay up that late anymore. Anyway, it's good to have you here, Grant. And check out Beowulf and check out which is that still in the process of crowdfunding? And also check out Memoirs of the Morbid being produced soon. And Jody McPhee says 70s Name That Tune was the peak of that show. The 80s Name That Tune did have the same fare with Jim Lang. I liked Jim Lang, but you get hosts that you sometimes associate with a show. And for me, Jim Lang will always be the Newlywed Game. I'm sorry. And I had that period of adjustment with Bob Barker because I grew up with him on the original Truth or Consequences. So Grant Lankard says, hey, don't apologize for starting a few minutes late. That's the whole point of No Warning. That's true. And yes, check that out. Beowulf 6 currently funding on Kickstarter. Great comic book. I believe it's the last issue of this arc, but all 5 issues preceding you can get. So definitely check it out. And there's all kinds of great incentives for you there. Thank you for mentioning that, Grant. And let's see. And now we are going to start closing down too, because we like to see what Nick is up to. We may not say anything, but we're there. Anyway. Thank you all for checking in with me today. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And as always, if you want to keep up with everything I'm doing, go to risingtide.pub where you can sign up for my free monthly insider information email and find out. In this month, we're going to be talking more about The Terrors coming out in late November. Amazon.com is where you can find most of my work and various anthologies and from my own publishing arm. And see, here we go. And from this is more yes, they have Bob's first appearance on episode of Truth or Consequences. I love that show. That was a lot of fun. And on YouTube, okay, I'll have to check that out. Thank you. And I have work for you. We'll talk later today. Hey, I'm always up for work. And later on, hey, Joe, thank you very much, brother. Take care, my friend. And have a great day. You too, Grant. I insist on it, all right? And I hope you have a great day, too. Like I said, I'm available on Amazon.com. We do this show usually around 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central on Monday mornings, but most of the time we're not going to give you any warning. That's why it's called No Warning. And also, we want to thank our friends. First of all, we want to thank our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators with a stipend of your choice. And for $1, just $1 a month, $12 a year, you spend more on coffee in a week than what we're going to charge you to read my 2 weekly blogs. Every blog deserves a name. And you get to see what is in my head and what I'm willing to drop onto your eyes. So check it out. Anyway, please come see me at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Also want to thank Jeffrey Hayes for his ongoing sponsorship of our programs. At Plasma Fire Graphics, on the look of your book matters to you. Check him out on Facebook. Look at those beautiful award-winning samples. Then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com and after you check out what he's offering and his award-winning work, then ask him about his independent creator-friendly pricing. You'll be glad you did. He's great to work with, and the results are mwah every time, all right? And he's working for me, working with me, which is even better, and helping make my book look really good. I'm really proud of it. The Terrors will be available, I believe it's November 21st. We'll check that date for y'all. But anyway, please check out plasmafiregraphics.com when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. 2 more comments, and then we're out of here. All right, and don't forget your audience, a dating game kiss. Mwah! All right. Thank you. We need that animated moi going out there, that heart. And that was done with no warning. That's right. Y'all got kissed by me. All right. Anyway, thank you, Joe D. McPhee. Thursday nights at 8 p.m., Comic Book Spectrum, and Saturday nights at 10 p.m. on From the Desk of the Small Press Publisher. Always entertaining, always insightful, always great. And thank you all for being great, too. Thank you for indulging me the last 50 minutes and 3 seconds. And we hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Don't forget, at 10 a.m., Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is Nevermind the Furthermore. And on Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on the Indie Comics Network is Nita Lanning and Daphne Lage with their incredible talk show. Fun show if you're into independent comics. And even if you're not, you're going to love the interaction between those two. Two of my favorite ladies on the air. And we hope you'll give them a listen. And we hope you'll come back here next week around 9 a.m. Eastern for No Warning, because that's just what you're going to get. And remember, as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, please, I beg of you. And never apologize for being awesome. Have a great weekend. Great week, actually. Then a great weekend at hallocon.com. And check us out then. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you here. No warning. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.
How dare you!